Early on, when I was a young child, my father was always taking pictures of us, and he always had a camera. I think I was very intrigued and interested in how the camera would take a picture, and then you can develop that film, and then you can have something that you can hold. I wanted to go into interior design or architecture, but I was not really a good math person. I loved sciences. We sat together with my family and we picked that I'm going to study health administration. Interior design was not even an option because there was no future at work here when I come back to Oman. So I went with that major. I worked after that, after graduation. But photography was always something that I was doing on the side. Many years later, when I had my child and I had my second child, I pursued a certificate in photography from the university where I was living. And that dream almost resurfaced again, having the arts in my life, from whether it be interior design or photography or anything creative. That's when my business, and I shifted. I started my portraiture business. Yes, I was very successful as a photographer. When I decided to open my portraiture business in 2011, I was shooting families and little kids, and then I specialized in newborn photography. It took a few years and I became very successful. I offered, I believe, something that Oman was lacking at that time. Right at the peak where I was fully booked, I reached a point where I started to question myself and what did I really want. As much as I wanted the creative world, the business did not feed my soul. I had to put a stop, and the business clashed with my photography, and nothing was growing inside of me. So I had to stop. I was too scared to tell people that I'm no longer in business. So I kept on saying I'm on a creative break. That was my statement for the next 2 years. Meanwhile, I was shooting creatively for myself in that time. The more I shot for myself, the more I discovered who I was. I started shooting nature on my walks. I started shooting more my family and my children. Something just started to open, and I could not go back to what I was doing. And this was the new path that I took. What I wanted to say, if something doesn't feel right or if it's not sitting well with you, just stop and question it. It's probably inside you. Something is telling you to change direction or to listen to your heart, even if it's a small whisper. That journey, when I stopped and took pictures for myself, really led me on another path where I felt that this is where I'm going to flourish and be more authentic to who I am. The stories became, I was translating my thoughts into my photography, and my fears and my likes and my values of life all started to pour into my personal work. My work was good maybe at the beginning, and then slowly it started to have deeper and deeper meaning, and that's when I felt I'm connected. This was my communication to the world about who I am and how I can give certain issues importance through my photography. Art initially started as discovery, then it was healing, and now it's a form of communication and connecting to the world, to other people that might share the same values and issues and questions about life. It definitely was a healing discovery path until I've reached a point and where I am actually wanting to show people that share the same issues as me and see my point through the pieces that I create. And there is part of freedom there where when everything's in my thoughts, and I have this tool, I have this camera, I have this technique that I use, and I was able to take that and use it to communicate when I could not communicate verbally. So it was healing. And I am a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, and I'm a wife. And these roles, if they're not balanced with my creativity, I don't feel I am a balanced person. There has to be a place where I can free form without any labels. And that is exactly my art and what it does to me. I am neither a wife, neither a mother or a sister or a daughter or a friend. I just exist in almost a limitless space, and I exist in any form I want. And that is the balance I need in my life to be able to give this other section of my life full attention. It allows me to really transcend to another dimension and to exist by myself, alone in my own thoughts, in my own world, in my own preconceived dreams and imagination. I would have one advice that I followed is do not look at other people. Do not look at other art. As much as it feels it's counterintuitive, look for inspiration from within yourself. If you are able to start, if you have a creative interest and you're too scared to start, I would advise you to not go on the internet, not look at social media, don't look at other friends. If you can get your inspiration from within your environment, from your environment, from your nature, from the relationships of people that you have, or from your thoughts, even dig back to your childhood, and try to be as authentic as you can. And that's the only way to create work with authenticity. I take images so I can transcend to another dimension. So I can't live, I'm able to live in another world, so to speak. So this is one of the images I created where there is a border which is similar to the world that we live in. And then we are here, the humans, all trapped within a border. And there are a few of us that will always want to explore and see what's actually outside this border that we have put on ourselves. It could be cultural limitations, traditions, a globe that we all stay within, and we never question what can we do outside this. So a few would think, and a few birds, which is symbolic in my images, would dare to explore what is available in the open space, and the rest are just still circling within the border. This is the second image in my series, which is Finding Freedom. And now that the first few of the birds had actually gone outside and experimented and saw what's available there, the others that are inside are also finding encouragement to also try and go out. So this is all of them leaving their preconceived limitations to go and explore to wherever they want to be. Now all the birds in this third one in the series, which is Mountain Moon, where all the birds have actually tried it out and they all left this space. And this is my aim was in my series that somebody should push the boundaries, should go outside and travel and see what's available. Nobody is there restricted within this border, and the moon is out and it's all clear.